welcome to Rios Recipes. I'm Jenny Rios. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a real easy shrimp cocktail recipe. But before I do that, I just wanted to tell you about a few things that are coming. A lot of you have requested written recipes and they are coming. Give me just a little bit longer and I'm going to have a site that will have access to the written recipes, including all of the measurements to go with every video that I have recorded, and I will have those for you going forward as well. It is going to be separate than my Facebook page. I could not make it work with Facebook, but it's coming. It's also going to be separate from my YouTube page, but it's all going to link together, so it should be easy for you. The other thing I've been told by some of my viewers is that you're having trouble obtaining some of my ingredients, and I'm working on a plan for that as well. Give me just a little bit more time and I'm going to have full access to the different spices I use and hopefully some of the other staples that I use for my recipes. All right, let's move forward and let's talk about how to make shrimp cocktail. All right, let's talk about our ingredients. We're going to use the easy peel shrimp. I do like it with the shell and tail on. We're going to use some clamato picante. We're going to use tomato ketchup. We're going to use some salt, garlic powder, some Maggi jugo. We have two types of onions. We're going to use a red onion and a white onion and some garlic. We also need some cucumber, lemon, cilantro, tomato, and optional would be some peppers to add spice. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cook our shrimp. In order to cook my shrimp, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some onion. I'm just going to peel my onion. If anybody knows a way to peel onions and not cry, please let me know because I am the worst at about that. And we're going to cut it into 4. We're going to add it to our pot. And I've already washed my vegetables. I'm going to add 2 tomatoes, again cut into 4. And water. I'm also going to add a clove of garlic and salt. Now that I've added the garlic and the salt, I'm going to take this to the stove. And we're going to put it on high and wait for it to come to a boil. So while we're waiting for our water to boil, I took the time to chop my vegetables. I never chop onions on camera because you can see I always cry. What we're going to do is we're going to put together a sort of pico de gallo salsa to use with our shrimp cocktail. So we'll add in some tomato. We're going to add in some cucumber that I peeled and chopped. Our onion. This is our red onion. Cilantro. And your chopped peppers if you choose them. And we're just going to stir this all up. Now we've stirred our vegetables. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt and stir it again. And then we can set this aside. And our water is now boiling, so let me show you what that should look like. Our water is boiling, and you can see that our tomatoes and our onions are cooking, as well as the garlic. Remember, we did add in salt as well. Now we're going to add in our shrimp that we rinsed. Remember, the peel and the tail is still on. We will peel those after it is cooked. So we're going to add those in. Our shrimp are now in our pan. We're going to let it come back to a boil. It's going to cook very quickly, and you do not want to overcook your shrimp. So we're just going to pay attention. You can see they're already starting to change color. We're going to let them fully cook, and then we will peel them. Now you can see that our shrimp have changed color, which means they are now fully cooked. I have turned off my heat. And we are now going to remove everything but the liquid out of this pot. So the easiest way to do it for me is to use a strainer. So using my strainer, I pulled out my shrimp. I set them in another bowl type of strainer just to let them completely release all the liquid. In my pan, what I have left is broth. We are going to use that broth to make our shrimp cocktail. The next thing we're going to do is peel these shrimp. If you don't want to go through all of this trouble, you can use peeled shrimp. I just like the broth to get the full flavor. I just want to show you the easy way to peel your shrimp. Again, if you chose to use shrimp without a peel, that's okay as well. If you pinch, let me show you again. These are easy peels, so you can just pinch and pull. Pinch and pull. Pinch and pull. Once again, pinch and pull. Okay, our shrimp are now all peeled, and we are going to prepare our caldo, or our broth, which is still warm. The first thing we'll do is add in a few drops of our seasoning sauce, or our jugo Maggi. We're also going to add in just a little bit more garlic powder. We do like garlic in the Rios house. You could taste your broth before adding more if you think you don't need it. And we're going to add our clamato picante. Stir that just a little bit. If you like your shrimp cocktail hot, you could still have this on warm on the stove. Next, we'll add in our ketchup. Stir. Since my broth is still warm, it is stirring well together. If your broth has cooled during the time that you peeled your shrimp, you might have to take it back to the stove just to get everything to blend. Just stirring a little more. And it looks like we're good. We'll return our shrimp to the broth. So now that we've blended all of our ingredients and we've added our shrimp, we're ready to serve. To serve, add a spoonful of your vegetables to the bottom of your bowl. Remember, I normally have avocado, but couldn't find any. And then add your shrimp with the broth. Usually people serve them in a fancy dish, but I don't have a fancy dish, so we're using this one. Oftentimes it is served alongside either tortilla chips or crackers. When it is stirred together by the person who's going to eat it, it should look like this.